The A-List.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the A-List podcast with Allison and Alex. As you can see, Allison's not here, and I'd like to address the rumors. Allison and I had a huge falling out, and in the mediation, we were fighting over who was going to get the podcast, and although it lives on her channel and is made up of 90% of her fans, I got the podcast. So long, Allison. Thanks for the memories, but moving forward now, it's me and my co-host. Okay, I'm just fucking with you guys. Allison is unfortunately under the weather.
Poor thing.
Yeah,
I hope she feels better.
She got ahead of it, so I think she's gonna be fine. But she's got a little tickle, she's got a little cough, and like a good friend, she doesn't want me to get sick. So
that is so nice.
we were always planning to have Angela on the podcast, and so Allison was like, "Why don't we see if she can fill in?"
Thank you guys so much.
Yes. So everyone, without further ado, welcome back to the A-List podcast. Today it's co-hosted by a different A, and that A is Angela. Angela, thank you for being on the pod.
Thanks for having me. Hi, everybody.
So you guys have heard us talk about her. I'll give you a little brief history of Angela in mine and Allison's life. So I met Angela. She's one of my oldest friends out here. I met Ange, I know, like 12 years ago.
Wild. I think it's like 13 now.
Yeah, I think you're right. We met at a harvest festival in Woodland Hills when my friend Megan, that you guys know about, I was like, "Hey, can I bring my friend Angela?" And I was like, "Yeah, bring her." And the rest is history, as they say. We've done a lot of stuff together. And she has I don't know if you could see Prince. She has a beautiful little pup. You'll see him on camera every now and then.
He left me.
We got Stanley and Prince in the house. But Angela is there. Yeah, there's Prince.
He's so very nervous.
He's camera shy.
He's very. I'm shocked. How does he even know?
Buddy. So sweet. So
relax.
And then, guys, you know all about mine and Allison's adventures in dodgeballing. Well, Angela was also on House of Beaverhausen and Lucille's Balls.
That's right.
And we dominated. We dominated both, I would say.
Oh, we
didn't win the championship, but we still had a great season as Lucille's Balls.
We should have won.
We
won every game.
Yeah.
Except for that one.
And it doesn't make sense to me how that all works.
Yeah, I hate it.
Because statistically, we were the number one team.
Yes.
And that is what I'm going to hold on to.
Yeah. And the other team lost some games.
Yes.
So how does that math? Math isn't mathing.
Math isn't mathing. I wanted a trophy or a medal, and we didn't get that. Because it would have lived with us. Because I was the team captain, you know?
Oh my gosh. It would have been your first trophy. That's so exciting. Well, first dodgeball. No, I don't know if you have
trophy,
any others.
You're so right.
Do you have a soccer trophy from middle school? I don't know. Maybe.
I've got my T-ball trophies.
There you go. Did you keep those? I have soccer trophies.
Yeah. You got to keep that shit.
Of course.
So anyway, Angela's here. She is an actress and also loves. I think she is pretty at the same level as Allison in liking some reality TV shows, like more than me. You love the. What do you watch?
I watch everything.
It's the Real Housewives.
I'm a Real Housewives, Vanderpump, Summer House, Southern Charm. Right now.
Yeah. I heard that one's pretty crazy right now.
Southern Charm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's the best. It's so good. I can't believe you don't watch any of this stuff.
I know. So this guy that I'm talking to watches Southern Charm. He was telling me about it last night.
This guy that I'm talking to. Just a little plug. Okay. So are you going to be watching it with him?
He wants me to catch up and watch it with him.
Oh, yeah,
so.
catch up. You have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
What are you catching up on? Everything?
No, we're literally watching The Sopranos right now.
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
So we're on season 1, episode 6 or 7. I'm like, this is a very good show.
Yes.
If you guys have never seen it.
Oh my God, it's one of the best shows out there.
It's so good. And it changed the landscape of HBO. I didn't know this.
Really?
It was the first show that HBO did.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
I didn't either.
That's a big fact.
It's a big fact.
I'm writing it down. I'll remember. I'll be able to tell it to people.
Yeah, there you go. Keep that one in your back pocket. So what you got, Allison wanted me to address that we are safe from the fires because the last episode, the winds had just started when we recorded. They hadn't, because we had recorded the Friday before everything went crazy. But Allison is safe. She did have to evacuate. She was in a level 1 evacuation zone. So it was voluntary. So she got out for a few days with her boyfriend and have returned to safety, never lost their power. I escaped because the air quality was bad.
Where did you go?
I went to Big Bear.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I knew
went
this.
I went to the mountains and I got some fresh air.
And it was nice over there.
But we're safe from the fires. Where were you during all this?
I was on the East Coast.
Okay.
I saw those fires and I canceled my flight.
I was gonna say, did you guys did SAS as well? Did you guys extend your trip?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
extended our trip because I had bronchitis for 2 weeks.
so-
2
2
weeks.
months. No,
Oh
it was
my God,
forever,
It was 2
Angela.
months
Yeah.
because of a factory fire in North Hollywood. Did you know there was a factory fire?
No.
And it was it was.
So you got like the
I got bronchitis from that.
Had no
Turns
idea.
out.
okay.
And so when the fires broke out in LA, I was like, I am not gonna
No.
go mess my lungs up again.
No.
So we waited, and then we got here, and I've been wearing a mask outside.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I stopped, but I was for a good minute.
The air quality has improved a little bit.
It has,
little bit.
definitely. And my air purifier tells me everything, but that's inside.
Right.
You just never know.
No, you don't.
It's
scary out
impossible.
there. Yeah.
it is. It's wild.
So how was your holiday? Did you have a good holiday?
My holiday was good.
Yeah.
It was a little wild. Me and my mom, we got in a car accident. We got
right.
hit from behind.
It looked gnarly.
It was gnarly. Her car was totaled. I jumped out of the car, made sure the guy didn't flee because, we live in
yeah.
LA.
You're right.
My first assumption is this guy's going.
Yeah.
But he pulled over and he admitted he was at fault and
Okay.
everything. But it was my mom's first car accident and she's almost 70. So I was
very
so worried
jarring.
about her and
Yeah.
she's still feeling some pain and she's out of work right now and she had to get a new car. And I'm like, that became the whole trip.
Yeah.
But I saw some people. It was a little different of a holiday. It was freezing cold. It was like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
10 degrees.
You're
I was like, I gotta
where's
get
your
outta here.
hometown again?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Plastow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nobody knows where Plastow is.
But New
I'm not
Hampshire.
expecting
Yeah.
anyone to know where that is. But
Shout out
Boston.
Boston.
Outside of Boston.
Okay, yeah, outside of Boston. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. But it was good.
Okay,
How
good.
was your holiday?
Mine was good. I was home for a week and then came right back to a whirlwind.
Yeah.
You know. She
We'll
knows.
keep that
You guys
for
know
the
a little bit.
after hours.
Yeah, it's the after hours episode.
Yeah. That's later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been good so far. So that program has ended. I talked about that already on the podcast.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of feeling on that.
Mm-hmm.
And
How are you feeling?
like a totally different person. So yes, the program was good. I'm a changed person. I feel great.
Love that.
Here is to a new me,
Here's to a new you, a new year,
a new us.
a new us, a new podcast.
Angela and I have birthdays coming up, so that's exciting.
What are we doing?
I don't know. We need to do something.
We should do a
that.
group
I
outing.
agree.
Oh my gosh, why don't we do that? Like right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm
right.
sure there's a weekend in the middle. Yeah, there is. What day
Our
of
birthday's
the
the
week
same
is your
week.
what day is your
Let's
birthday
see.
on?
What the 11th is one,
I think
Tuesday.
you are on you're on a Tuesday. I'm on
and you're on a Friday. You're lucky.
That weekend we should do something.
Okay. Do you do something for Valentine's Day though?
Usually
You go out of
Friday
town,
night.
right?
Well, because it's like a date night for a lot of people.
Right.
Okay, so we're not going out of town this year.
You're not.
It's too much.
Okay.
We
have
were
been traveling
gone
a
for so
lot.
long. We were
Yeah.
gone for a month, and I was like, I can't leave again. I need to like be here and
Yeah.
be working. So maybe we'll just do something over the weekend.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We should definitely do something.
Prince is still nervous. I don't know why my dog is so nervous.
It's okay, Prince. It's gonna be okay.
He already went poo too, so I'm like, what else could it
Yeah.
be?
What else could it be?
Camera shy.
Okay, so we talked last episode about the Golden Globes. Alice and I both watched. You did not watch them, right?
Oh my god, I'm the worst actress. I'm the actress that didn't watch the Golden.
Well, that's
Golden
okay.
Globes.
Here's the thing. My takeaway to sum up
Mm-hmm.
is like it was fine. It wasn't like an amazing show.
It never is.
Okay,
That's
so
the
that's
thing.
what Allison said too. She's like, they don't do
Yeah.
performances. It's very just like to the thing.
It's very to the point. And if you didn't see every movie,
Yeah.
you're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I got to see that one. So usually for me, it's just like a way to know what movies to watch. now.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I
kind
watch them before the Oscars.
before the Oscars, right?
But I did see one
Which
really
one?
amazing movie,
Which one?
A Complete Unknown.
I haven't seen that.
It was
it good?
so good.
Who's in that? Do you know offhand?
Yeah, it's Timothy Chalamet.
Shamalamama. Timothy Chalamet. Oh, you're talking about the Bob Dylan story.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Right,
so good. And then I spent like a week looking for the sunglasses he was
Really?
wearing in the movie. I never found them.
Damn.
They're like some special, they
If you
were
guys
made
know,
for him.
drop
If
a
you
link.
know, but you don't, because I've been looking everywhere,
You've
trust
checked.
me. I would know. But it was so good. It was
Okay.
just really well directed.
Yeah.
Really well acted. I was never a huge fan of him. I don't know if you saw Willy Wonka.
I did in theaters.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was a
I
lot.
hope you get your money back some way from God. No, I'm just kidding.
Return. Yeah.
But I've never been huge into him, but this movie, he did an amazing job.
Definitely it's on my list.
Yeah.
How did Elle Fanning do? Was she pretty good?
Oh, she was phenomenal. She's just so good at emoting.
Yep.
Like, wow. Yeah,
Yep.
she was fantastic.
I was a little surprised. I mentioned that Wicked didn't win much. I know your
Huh? What? Me?
I know your feelings about Wicked, but for what it was and what won over it was a little
I didn't.
sus.
So the movie that won over it, do you know
Amelia
anything
Perez.
about it?
I do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I watched a TikTok that spoiled the entire movie.
Okay.
I feel
And
like I
what were
need to watch it because it sounds outrageous.
Does it sound good? Outrageous? I mean, if it won, it must be.
Everyone is very divided, right? There's people that are like, "What the fuck?" And then there's people that are like, "Incredible."
Really?
Yes. So I'm going
Okay.
to watch it and judge for myself because I didn't know it was a musical, but it is.
That's wild. I didn't know that it even existed.
And I love Zoe Saldana, so
Yeah, she's great.
Selena Gomez, great. Like
Great.
I want to see it. I
Okay,
wanna see
yeah,
it.
that's on the list. But Wicked, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, we don't need to get
We don't need to
go
get into that.
I know you talked about it a little bit in the past, so
Yeah,
we'll let that one rest.
discussed. Okay, but before we get to Oscar,
Prince. Oh my God! What are you doing?
he just
Come here. Come up. All right, and
he just attacked your foot.
remind me never to bring him to a podcast.
Oh, do you want your own microphone, Prince?
I don't know what he needs. He needs
Little Xanax?
a little chill pill.
Before we get into Oscar predictions, so guys, Angela is an actress, and Alice and I were wondering, do you have what's your craziest on-set story or celebrity encounter, or just a very memorable time working that you really stuck with you? Core memes.
Okay,
I'm asking you,
so
the girl with a terrible memory.
I literally was just going to say, well, I have a bad memory. And I've been on so many sets, so it's hard to pinpoint something specific. But one of the coolest sets, one of my favorite sets, and one of the coolest people I've ever met, for me, was the show Dave.
Oh, yeah.
And I worked on that set standing in, and then they did an audition, you would call it, for a girl rolling her eyes. And so I rolled my eyes. I'm very good at rolling eyes. I do it all day.
Wait, give me your best. Give it to the camera.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, that wasn't that great, huh?
Hired.
Yeah,
You got the part.
So I got the part. Oops. The competition was slim, but I did a great job. And anyway, so the scene was Dave and his co-star. God, I'm so bad with names. Orange-haired guy. He's very funny.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Also
yeah.
bad with names.
Yes, okay.
But I'm picturing him.
It was them too.
Yeah.
And then me and another day player.
Uh-huh.
And I was the only woman in the scene. It was basically the three men had the lines, and I just kind of sat there. And then when my part came, I rolled my eyes.
Your eyes.
But I got to talk to Dave for a good hour.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just about how he got started, where he, where he came from.
Yeah.
And he just was telling me about his whole story and how he started on YouTube and his parents didn't like what he was doing. And it was just so awesome to talk to him, just very casual.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. I thought he was going to give me a line.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is where it happens.
Yeah.
This is my line. And then he was just like, oh, so you're an actress? I was like, yeah. And then we did the scene. I was like, so do I get a line?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it didn't happen, but it was a lot of fun. It was
really
probably
good
one of my
experience.
best experiences on set because I got to be in the scene.
Yeah.
And I got to be part of it. So
That's awesome.
that was great.
I have a memory. So, I have a memory of something you did that was, exciting for me to see. because when you did a lot of stand-in work for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you were stand-in for JoJo on. She was like on a guest episode of some show.
It was Lethal Weapon. It was
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. She had an episode.
And you were her stand-in,
I
and
was.
someone filmed you doing the camera test.
Yes.
And it was like so epic.
Yes.
You like walking through the paparazzi.
And they're all taking photos of me. And I did get to talk to her and tell her like I was a fan and I'm from Boston.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. And then I saw Allison did the dance with her and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Love.
Small world.
Yeah,
but yeah, I remember when you posted, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool.
That was really cool.
Fun time.
There's been a lot. I mean, I've been doing it for so long. I can't, everything just kind of just gets jumbled together.
Like I haven't done it in a long time, but when I was in the thick of it too, like you can't
Bobby.
even. Bringing up Bobby.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Everybody pause for a minute. Do you know about bringing up Bobby? Because if you don't, Alex is a star. He is a lead actor in a movie called Bringing Up Bobby. Look for it. He's
it's
amazing.
Now streaming on YouTube.
It's streaming on YouTube. He'll share the link.
Link below.
Link below.
Just
oh
an angsty
God.
gothic boy.
It's really one of my favorites.
Stop.
It is.
Guys, pre-braces, black hair.
Amazing.
Craziness.
So good. He's a goth. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
There's Jesus.
There's Jesus.
There's cash. I don't know.
There's
Sadness.
love.
Running in the snow.
I mean, what more could you ask for?
Truly.
There's a birthday party.
There's a water park. Guys, that's everything you're looking for in a film. But no, when I was doing set work here, it's like all of the sound stages, all of the lots, just it's like hard to remember which one's which. They all feel the same after a while.
They do.
Do you have a favorite lot?
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, mine too.
I love
so
it.
good.
It's so good. There's so many good places, and they have excuse me.
Yes.
Stars Hollow.
Which
from Gilmore Girls.
Hello. Okay, so Gilmore Girls, like everyone knows favorite show.
The whole center.
Angela got to be in The Year in the Life when they.
Oh my God, I was. See, I forget everything.
She literally has a scene where Rory hands her a newspaper. And it's like, goddamn, there it is. You got to be on Gilmore Girls. Like, that's epic.
I know. It was a big moment for me.
That is big. When they brought that back and then you got to be in it, like, that's amazing.
And I always forget. I mean, how could I forget? I'm in Gilmore Girls.
You're in Gilmore Girls. And, like, predominantly, you see you in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, you do. And I used to hang out in that center all the time and just chill. I'm like, this is the life.
When I was on Warner Brothers, when I worked on Pretty Little Liars a lot, Stars Hollow, like Miss Patty's was still set up at that time.
My God,
so like a lot of times they would have
it.
holding inside of there. So it's like just in Miss Patty's being like,
isn't that so nice? Or
here.
like Luke's is there.
Yep.
It's the best.
I got to go on the lot like with my friend Katie works in the music department at Warner Brothers. So we were on the lot like a month ago and she took me to the Starbucks that's there. So we were having coffee and then she was like, oh, do you want to go see the set of Abbott Elementary? And I was like, oh, yes. I didn't know Abbott filmed there. So I got to go see that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so I just walked over there and got to be on the exterior shots of the school.
Did you see the Friends fountain?
I did see they moved it. That's crazy that they put it there. Well, because it didn't used to, she said it didn't used to be where it is.
Oh, it was
they did that
else.
now for tours.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
But love it. I love
and
the
Shameless.
Central.
Shameless is all
everywhere.
filmed
Oh
there.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep.
Excuse me. Yeah,
the
it's a great
lot
lot.
is great. It is. I like Paramount's as well. I was there a lot for Glee.
Yep, Paramount's good.
But yeah, Warner Brothers also is just so convenient for us.
It is. It's right there.
Right there.
Universal's right next to it too.
Yeah.
But Universal is like they don't really have anything to look at. It's just a lot of stages.
It's a lot of stages, and it's like Wisteria Lane, which was that was my first acting gig. Was on Desperate Housewives.
Really?
Yeah.
Like speaking role?
No, I did. It wasn't a speaking. It was a featured extra, and I picked up Felicity, one of the Desperate Housewives, does like a keg stand, and I was one of the guys that like picked her up to do a keg stand.
Oh my God! You're gonna have to post the link.
I need to find that clip for sure because it was like a college party, and she like is like, you know what, fuck it. And
oh my God, that's so fun!
And I was like, wow, this is Hollywood, baby.
That's amazing. Yeah. No, but let's not forget that you were the star of a movie.
Which movie? What? Oh, it always comes back to bringing up Bobby.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's good times.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, we don't have the Oscar noms. I don't know why they're not even. Why haven't they released that?
There's kind of what is it? They have predictions out.
Okay, but they don't have the actual like nomination list.
Not
nominees.
yet. I feel like it's going to be the same thing.
It's always
as
pretty
the Golden
similar,
Globes,
right? It's always pretty similar.
It is, but I'm not sure.
The only thing that I'm excited, or what I'm excited about, is the Oscars is always just a more exciting show to watch.
It is. We should have an Oscar party.
I haven't had one in years, and I always used to have one.
And we should get dressed up.
Yep.
We should do the voting. Like
yes, and then you get a statue, and the person that gets the most correct wins the statue.
Love that.
When are they? Let's see. When are the Oscars?
We could make a dodgeball trophy as the.
I'm down for that.
March
2nd. So we have some time.
Yeah, March 2nd.
It's like basically a month, almost a month and 3 weeks. So,
yeah, we've got to watch all the movies.
Yeah, and here's my hope. I feel like Defying Gravity is probably going to be nominated for Best Song.
Of course.
Or Popular. I could see it being Popular or...
I think Defying Gravity is there's just way more.
Yes, and
there.
whether it is or it isn't, I do feel like it's going to get a performance, and that is going to be epic.
That'll be fun. Yeah,
Cynthia
that'll be fun to
performing
see.
Defying Gravity.
Amazing. I mean, yeah.
I think it'll be the most... You're like, I'm just going to nod and say good for her in that movie, but...
No, she was incredible.
She was. I even
My
think Ariana
bone
was.
to pick is Ariana being just a more,
You wanted her to be more like the stage version?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I feel like the stage version, she was more snarky and smart, and Ariana was playing it very like Ariana Grande,
She gave it her own
just like
spin,
more
for
bubbly.
Sure. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't think that it was anything special. Like that didn't take her much to get there.
Right.
That's all. Does that make sense?
Hot take from Angela, you guys. Please don't cancel us.
I know, I'm canceled. They're like, I don't want to watch this girl anymore.
Okay, so I definitely think Wicked's gonna get some noms. It actually got a lot.
It will,
It
of course.
It won one at the Golden Globes.
Which one did it win?
Blockbuster hit, which I didn't even know was a category.
Blockbuster, probably meaning that the most people went to see it, right?
Yeah, it was just, like, very
it was
epic.
extremely huge. Yeah.
Have you watched the show Shogun?
I've heard of it.
So it won so many awards at the Golden Globes.
So we need to watch it.
But that won't be, yes, but it won't be at the Oscars because the Oscars is just movies.
Correct.
But anyway, that's Golden Globes. I think that's gonna get a nom. I don't feel like The Substance might get a nomination.
I think so. Why wouldn't it?
You haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't.
Angela, it was the goriest thing.
Really?
So when we rented it on Prime, it said it was labeled as a horror. But I'm pretty sure she won in the comedy category. Maybe it was comedy or drama. Best actress.
So different.
They
comedy
are.
and drama.
But I've never known a horror film to get nominated. And this is straight graphic horror.
True.
Have you seen Death Becomes Her? Classic movie, Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn. Very campy.
Honestly, so long ago.
Right.
I'd have to rewatch it for it to be in my memory bank.
The premise of it is like they drink this potion that makes them never die. So then they can like lose their body parts and shit, but they stay alive.
Okay, yep.
So The Substance is like a non-campy, and well, it is a little campy, but just straight horror version of that.
Wow. Did you like it?
I very much liked it.
Oh, okay.
The premise, it's like very meta. It's shot beautifully. And the premise is like, this doesn't give it away. Do you know anything about it?
No.
So basically, Demi is this like, her character is this famous actress. Oh, the coolest part about the film, and I will say, is that it's not filmed in any particular decade. It feels like it's a 90s film with the like fashion, then the decor, but then there's like brand new Teslas, and then there's like really old cars. Like they kept it very ambiguous.
I love that.
And it's like Hollywood, but not Hollywood. It's like, it's just like ambiguous and beautiful. But the premise is, she's like kind of feeling like she's lost her it factor, and this big executive played by Dennis Quaid. She overhears him basically be
I
like,
have a funny story about Dennis Quaid.
Definitely want to hear that.
Okay.
But she's basically like overhears him in the bathroom and be like, we need a younger version of her. She's spent, whatever, classic. And then someone drops off a thing that's like, offers her this thing called The Substance. And basically what it is this thing that she does this thing, and then it like duplicates herself, but in the purest, most perfect form. And then the caveat to that thing existing is that the two of them can't be alive at the same time. So, and they can only be alive for 7 days at a time. So like her old Demi's body has to be like not alive for the young one to be alive.
We mean dead, right?
No, they keep her. They keep
unalive,
they keep
she's
the
just
body.
out.
They keep they have to
Frozen.
give it. No, they give it this. She puts this IV in it with
Okay.
this special solution that keeps the body alive.
Okay.
But if she doesn't switch every 7 days, then something bad starts to happen. I'm not going to say what it is, but basically it's the younger version of herself obviously starts to become more selfish because she's getting very popular and famous because she's a perfect specimen.
Wow.
And so she doesn't want to go back to her Demi's body. It's a very fascinating film, and I highly recommend it.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
I will be curious to see if it gets any nominations.
Okay, yeah.
Before we go back to nominations, what's your Dennis Quaid story?
Oh my God, my Dennis Quaid story is years and years and years ago, 10 years ago, I worked on the show Vegas, which was an ABC show. Yeah. Anyway, Dennis Quaid was the star of it. And me and this girl, Ashley, we came out of the bathroom, out of one of the trailer bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was just talking about how I just took the biggest, you know what, in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why am I saying that? And who is just riding by me on his bicycle? Dennis Quaid. And he hears me. I'm like, oh my God, I just took the hugest. And he hears me and he looks over and he goes, ha ha. And then he just rides off. And I was like,
Angela,
oh no. But he laughed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be worse. He could be like, ew.
Yeah, right. He was like, she's a funny gal.
So if anything, I made him laugh.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was a good story because he used to just ride around on his bicycle.
Oh.
He's a character.
I feel like he's very, I also heard he's very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
That is
and
funny.
just yeah.
Yeah.
My dog is just going at his feet.
Yeah, he's
I can smell his feet right now.
Yeah, he's eating it. It's okay, Prince. Not much longer, bud.
Oh, want to come up here? Join me. I would like a co-pilot. Come on.
Do you have you seen any movies you think will be obviously the Timothée Chalamet one?
Yeah, I mean,
and probably for music too.
Like I said, I'm very bad when it comes to Oscar not. Well, here's the thing. I'm just so busy trying to pursue things during the year. It's really hard to get to the movies.
Yeah.
And then when things come out, I'm like, I got a new episode of Beverly Hills Housewives I got to watch. And that is to sit down and watch a movie and give it the time it needs because all of these movies are very you need to pay attention.
Of course.
Because they're good films.
Correct. And
most of the time I'm putting on TV, it's just in the background.
Correct.
So now is the time I'll probably start watching all of them. And then by the Oscars, I'll have seen hopefully most of them. But a complete unknown, I hope, wins something. I would love to see him win. I don't think he'll win Best Actor just because I'm sure there are better performances.
Okay.
But I think for him, he did a really great job. I think as a film, though, it could win Best Picture.
Okay. I need to watch it.
It's amazing.
I also feel like whenever the Oscar noms come out, you realize how many movies you haven't seen, even though you think you've been watching everything.
I know. And you can think something's going to win, but then you haven't seen the other ones, so you don't know how much better that they are.
Yes.
So I really, honestly, I don't know. What about you?
What movie? Same.
Yeah, same
so
thing,
I try to
right?
go off of, so if I haven't seen them and I like to, like we just said, I like to have an Oscar party and do the ballot. And
yes.
It's I go a little bit off of hype. Or
sure.
How did it do with the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
Versus if I hadn't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course,
a little Google.
Google.
What are the critics?
Watch the trailer at the very least, just to get an idea.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are trickier, I think, is when you get to the categories like cinematography,
yes,
sound design, where it's that one you'd really need to be in it. Now, I feel like sound design, if there's ever a war movie that's nominated, it's that.
Yeah, there actually is a movie that I think would be really good for that. What is it, Dune?
Oh,
I feel
Dune,
like the
Part 2?
Dune,
Sure,
probably.
Yeah. That will probably get noms. You're right.
Those soundtracks are always amazing, but I have never seen any of the Dunes.
Okay, well, I have, and Dune 2 is better than Dune 1.
Oh, it is.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
There's more Zendaya in it and more action.
Zendaya's amazing. I love her.
Incredible. Did you watch Challengers?
I didn't.
No, I haven't either, but I think it'll get nominated too. I think it'll get a nom.
For sure. I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
I had it on a little bit. I was trying to watch it, and I just couldn't get into it.
Did you see that? Did you hear that it's rumored that they're engaged, her and Tom Holland?
Absolutely. I saw the ring.
Okay, yeah, at the Golden Globes.
They're 100% engaged.
That's an engagement ring.
But you know what? makes me a little scared about that is
What?
that Tom said once he's married and has kids, he's done with movies forever.
He's younger than
I
us.
know.
Like,
He wants to be done. Like he said, when I start my family, that's going to be my main thing, which is great
and
for him.
he's a very mature dude.
He's done so much already. He's had like a career.
Doesn't he have his own like beer company too now?
Does he?
I think he does.
Very nice. Well, good for him.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So, I mean, I guess that's the direction he wants to go in, but that would be so sad because I love watching him.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's really good.
He's one of my favorites.
I feel like Zendaya will never stop. And
No,
somehow
she
she
won't.
effortlessly like seems calm at all times. Like she's in so many things at once, but like is just so chill.
I know.
Love her.
Back in the day, she had a prank show. I don't know if you know.
No, I did not know
She
that.
did a prank show. I was on it. I was like part of the. I don't even know what was happening, honestly. We were pranking some guy and it was like a fake party.
Oh,
and
okay,
then she comes in and is like, "You're on a prank show." And I was like, I never saw
like
it.
punked style?
Yeah, but it was like a Nickelodeon version
okay, yeah.
of Punked. But I don't know what it was even called. I don't think I ever saw it. It
That's
was just
so
so
interesting.
random. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Zendaya.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Love that. So
This is a nice tripod. I need one of these.
Amazon,
and these
so
these
cheap.
lights. Okay, you're gonna
all
send me.
Amazon. Yeah.
You're gonna send me a link.
Of course.
Link me. Yeah,
So-
I think eventually my apartment is gonna be your apartment because I'm gonna have all the
Send me
stuff.
the link.
Like literally those candles
yeah.
over there. I'm like, link me. Oh, link. I have the cups that you have.
Oh, yeah.
I got those cups. So funny.
It's good. We have the
I
same
just love your
taste.
style.
Thank you so
What can I
much.
say? I'm gonna need that link for that. Just
The
kidding.
reflector. the
The
huge
new one.
reflector.
Oh wait, this whole thing.
Yeah.
Link me.
It's just my
All right.
equipment cart, you know?
Yeah,
I can roll it
need
away
an-
so it's out of sight,
That's
out of mind.
amazing.
Um,
Love it.
Thank you. So TBD on the Oscars. We'll see when they're nominated. Actually, you know what would be
Yes,
fun is
TBD.
because Allison wants to, like I said, we want to have you on with the two of us. So maybe when the Oscar
Yeah.
noms come out, you
Okay.
can come back.
Is this my audition? Because I don't know how well.
No,
I'm
you're doing great. We'll see how the cut downs perform.
Great.
No, but like, we will have you back because I think that'd be fun to talk Oscar noms once we know what they are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once we see some movies, we can talk some
Yes.
shit.
Allison did request that I talk to you about one specific thing to see
Uh-oh.
if you have any input or insight or opinion.
Okay.
So the movie It Ends With Us. So you've seen all the drama that's going on right now. Justin Baldoni?
Yes.
Yeah, Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively for $400 million. Are you aware of this?
Yes.
So she's curious if you have any opinion or insights because you do know someone that was in that movie.
Yes.
I know, like, obviously that person's not telling you what's going on, but like
No.
just by in the zeitgeist of what you know in pop culture
Yeah.
and this situation, whose side are you on, Angela?
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm scared. Is this gonna come back to bite
No,
me?
because I have thoughts.
Okay, I would love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts are, it's so hard to tell because honestly, I have my opinions, like my
Sure.
personal opinions of
yeah,
like
yeah.
how I feel about certain people.
Yeah.
But it's in no way like possible to know what happened behind closed doors. There are things like, oh, she invited him in while she was the breastfeeding
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Just to pick something specific. She invited him into the trailer while she was breastfeeding. And then there's like text messages saying like, yeah, come in whenever.
Yeah, he has
And then
receipts.
she's saying like, he came in and I was breastfeeding. So it's kind of hard to know. I didn't read all the paperwork. So paperwork. I didn't
read the
read
whole
all
breakdown.
the whole breakdown, but I mean, I do have my opinions about certain people and
Same.
he seems like a good guy, but you just really don't know.
Yeah.
And then obviously, yeah, the person that I know, which is Brandon, he's a really good friend of my friend Parham.
Yeah.
And you could cut this out. I don't care. Or you
No,
can
you
leave
can.
it in, whatever. But I did mushrooms with him and my friend Parham. That's the first time I ever met Brandon. He's a great guy and he's sticking up a lot for her. And I know
Okay.
they're really close. So
Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah. He does a lot of stuff like kind of supporting
Yeah.
her side. And that's against the director of a film he was in.
Right.
So it's got to have some.
There's always two sides. There's
There's
always
got
two
to be
sides.
some merit to that. Yeah, there's always two sides.
I'm a little torn too because, like you said, personal opinion is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obvious. Like I feel like I do a pretty good job when I'm on TikTok, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
where like I can step back and see that a video is so clearly trying to demonize one side or the other and be like, okay.
Yeah.
But it is interesting.
It is interesting.
Especially to hear things like what I'm seeing on TikTok is a lot of dragging Blake, right? Like she's terrible in interviews. She's really rude to people.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And we've seen the interviews.
And that's the thing. They're all coming out. And now what's coming out, what I just went down this spiral on TikTok yesterday. I'll share with you guys. This is just me sharing what I saw. Want to be clear. A Simple Favor 2 is about to come out.
Oh.
Yeah. So they filmed this a while ago.
Wow.
But apparently it's come out that Anna Kendrick and her did not get along. They did not like it. Again, this is what I'm reiterating exactly what I heard in this TikTok. They didn't get along. And then if you watch any of the videos from the press junkets for promoting A Simple Favor, they're kind of awful to each other.
Wow.
Like they just do a lot of like passive aggressive comments and like
it looks like joking, but you're like, they're being serious.
Yeah, like it happens too much. Like so they only apparently, allegedly, only agreed to do A Simple Favor 2 because they both, was Judd Apatow? Is he the one that did it? Whoever the director was basically begged them, allegedly begged them.
Okay.
And they both were like, fine, we'll do it for him. But because of what's happened with It Ends With Us, Blake is refusing, allegedly, to do any press for A Simple Favor 2, which is why it keeps getting pushed back. Because the movie, no one will buy the movie right now.
Wow.
So they can't do anything about it because no one wants to buy it because Blake's unwilling to do press.
Right. She probably doesn't want to do it because then it puts her back in the limelight.
Exactly.
People are going to pick it apart, or
with all this other stuff going on.
She's going to say something wrong. She's going to be out of the limelight for a minute.
Yeah,
probably until this thing blows over.
Yeah.
And this is like a big lot. Like
it is.
It's huge. I mean, $400 million.
$400 million.
Like that's like what?
And that's a big number to come at without having like proper evidence.
Yeah. Well, I guess the evidence would be 400 million is his being like, you're trying to ruin my entire career.
Right. Okay.
My career is worth 400 million.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So that's where the number probably came from.
Sure, that makes sense.
Because if it works, then he's like ruined.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
It is.
His whole reputation. And he's a director now, so it's like
it's rough because also it's rough. like you said, your friend supportive of her. I love Taylor Swift, and she is a supporter of Blake as well.
Right.
And like, really, all I can say on it is like there's two sides to everything, and I'm sure I don't feel like either of them is totally innocent, but it is interesting that it's become very public.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Because he's like, great, you're gonna ruin my career. Watch this.
Right. Exactly. And they're just all so up there, and you're just kind of we're only seeing the surface, really.
Exactly.
So it's a hard thing to kind of have.
It is.
I mean, I have an opinion, but it's a hard thing to know.
To know exactly. It kind of, for me, feels very similar to like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard days.
100%, although I watched the entire trial.
So did I. Yeah,
and I have my opinions on that.
Yeah. Yep. And but it feels like that. It's very like, oh, here we're about to see this thing unfold.
Yeah, exactly.
Allison would be upset if I didn't ask you if you have any thoughts on Diddy, because we always talk about Diddy on this podcast. Oh my
God, Diddy should just stay in prison forever.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like no, when
it finally goes to trial, which is what we're waiting for, because of the kind of case it is, it will be public.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see this shit.
I cannot wait.
The witnesses, the oh my God, it's gonna be mind blowing.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing this up specifically this time because while I was in Big Bear, we watched Get Him to the Greek, which
oh my God,
Diddy,
I love
Diddy
that
is
movie. It's so good.
It's so good. Diddy is in it. You know, he plays the record executive.
That's right. And he was a good actor.
But if you watch it, his dialogue, the things he says, did not age well. In accordance to how it's, I don't know how anyone.
But he didn't write the dialogue.
No, but it is funny to me that no one's taken those clips and put them on TikTok.
Interesting.
To be like, well, this didn't age well.
Yeah. That's your opportunity.
I think I might
Nobody
have to
do that. He's doing it first.
Because it's crazy. I'm watching this being like, oh, this is like this
hello?
is a TikTok. It makes itself like.
Maybe no one has watched Get It to the Greek lately.
Yeah, true. It's not even available to stream. We rented it.
Oh, okay. So that's why.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You could be that person, Alex, before TikTok is gone. Come on, get it on.
Yeah, wasn't it supposed to be gone today?
Oh, is today the day?
It's today, but it's still there.
Because it's not going away.
I agree.
They're literally doing this just to freak everyone out, and then they're going to save it or Trump's gonna bring it back. Whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's like very back and forth. It's like it's gone. It's not. It's gone.
It's ridiculous. It just goes to show how unorganized the entire government is. Like, you guys can't get it together. We don't have an answer if TikTok's going to be here or not. People are downloading all their stories like crazy. But imagine you make all your money on TikTok and then you lose it.
Well,
that sucks.
I mean,
that's terrible.
Have you heard the sound going around of like, I think it's Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham wrote a song where he's like, the world's on fire, everything's burning down, no, like all these natural disasters. But let's take down TikTok. Like it's like
right. Yeah, like that's our main priority. Focus. Yeah, that's what needs to. We need to take that away
to the Supreme Court.
Right. Don't worry about the homeless situation. TikTok.
Get it down. Don't worry about all of the fires that have now put cancer-causing shit in the air. Now we're all just gonna have. Did you hear what they're saying? Like what happened at 9/11? It's like 10 years later, everyone getting lung cancer because of the. That's what they're saying is going to happen to us.
Okay. On that note, David Lynch just passed away, right?
Yes, yeah.
And he passed away from what they said, emphysema or something. Isn't that to do with the lungs? Yeah. Okay, and it happened to be the week of the fires, and he lived in the Palisades?
Oh, fuck.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know he was in the Palisades.
He left his house.
Okay.
And I'm not sure where he stayed. Hopefully he went far. But like...
I bet that fucking...
He died from something
emphysema.
To do with his lungs. And that's just going to continue to happen and trickle down.
Right,
and
so,
it could affect people 5 years, 10 years, like you said.
Because especially if he had emphysema, this probably just exponentially just sent him over the edge.
100%. And nobody's even talking about that or say.
Right.
And it's like fire, lungs.
Right.
Hello.
Carcinogens in the air equals cancer. What?
Yeah.
So that is, you're right.
It's a little fishy.
It's a little fishy.
And I mean,
sketchy.
I think that could have had a lot to do with why he
died. I agree. Do you know of anyone that's like leaving LA because of all of this?
I don't know anyone specifically leaving. I do know someone who lost their home.
Yeah.
He was in like a back house of one of the homes.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and it's crazy because a year ago he had a car drop on his head that he was working on. And then this year he lost his home.
Oh,
so
my
he's
God.
just having like the worst... I wouldn't call it luck, but he's just he's just been, going through it. But people leaving, not so much. I don't really know anyone who lived in the Palisades,
right,
or any of the spots that got touched. It's a lot of families.
It is a lot of families.
How about you? Do you know anyone?
I know a couple people that are leaving LA. They're just like,
really?
Yeah. One girl's going to New York. She's like, I've been thinking about it anyway, and this is just I'm out. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a time, this is the time,
right?
It's like. I
can't believe the amount of damage it did. It's crazy.
I know.
But then we won't get too much in this, but the conspiracy theories.
Oh my God, the conspiracy theories.
Especially the one around the Olympics. Have you heard about that one?
Oh, that they're trying to make room to build stuff for the Olympics.
I'm like, that's fucking... I mean,
there's a lot. But when I see the videos and the wind, they couldn't have... planned the wind, but then they could have,
But then what about all the insurance companies that canceled everyone's fire insurance a couple months ago? That's very coincidental.
It's wild.
I didn't even realize renter's insurance, which you have to have in this building. I don't know how it is, or if you
I don't have renter's insurance.
So a lot of them are voluntary. This one requires it. Okay. Fire is not covered.
How wild is that?
It's like, I'm sorry.
So what else would happen? Theft.
That's literally what it covers is theft.
So if someone came in and robbed you, would you actually be able to get any money for that, you think? Okay,
I could.
That's good. Right.
But fire and earthquake are way more important.
But
they're totally
way more...
separate. Not included.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much would you have to pay for something like that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
That's insane.
It is wild. And my building caught on fire. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, so Tuesday morning,
like this Tuesday?
No, a week ago Tuesday.
When the
wind
before
started.
The fires.
Right before the fires. Mm-hmm. It was the first day of wind. Stanley and I are in bed. The fire alarm goes off. It's very annoying, so I do what everyone does, and I just...
I remember you showing the video of Stanley. Yeah.
Just went under the covers, because I was like everyone, there's this is... Because it goes off here twice a week.
First of all, that's
insane.
Ridiculous.
And it's so loud.
They need to fix that.
Yeah. So we're under the covers. I'm like, this is kind of going on a while. Mm-hmm. Then I checked my email, and the building was like, building B, evacuate immediately.
In an email?
In an email.
Like, how about a text?
Right, exactly. But they knew. They're like, everyone's just not leaving. Like, this is real. Get out.
Yeah, because it happens so often.
Right. No one believes it. It's like Boy Who Cried Wolf.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
So we go outside. Sure enough, fire on the roof. The next section over, the fucking fire truck with the ladder. They're going up there with an axe and a chainsaw, and all of us are just standing outside, being like, "What the hell?"
Oh,
it was an electrical fire from the wind.
Gosh, wow.
So it got out, and we were allowed back in after like an hour and a half, and then didn't lose power. Did you guys? Oh, you don't know. Do you know if you lost power?
We lost internet because Spectrum was like, we're out of internet. And then like 2 days later, the internet came back.
Karina?
But we didn't lose.
Karina was without power for 4 days.
4 days? What did she do?
Her brother, a couple streets over, had power.
Well,
so she went
that's
there.
lucky. But imagine if he didn't. Like, what would she do?
I know.
Crazy. I hate losing power.
Yeah, it's the worst. You don't realize.
Yeah. And if you don't know anybody, you have nowhere to go.
Right.
Excuse me.
Okay, so we have this thing where
Hi,
people
Prince.
can send us messages through a thing called SpeakPipe. They can ask questions or just talk to us. So Allison, we had one come through, so I'm going to play it, and then we will talk about its contents.
I love it.
All right, here we go. This is, I think her name is from someone named Victoria, I think.
Okay.
Hi, Allison and Alex. I wanted to send a quick note before I ask my kind of silly question that I've been thinking of you all with the fires in LA, and I hope you're still safe and your homes are still safe. And yeah, I just wanted to say that before I ask this random question.
Nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, I've been thinking about being my age now. I think I am around y'all's age. I just turned 34. I've been thinking a lot about like how it's harder for me to like keep up with what's on trend or popular right now. But then I start thinking like maybe I'm not supposed to keep up with it because I'm, approaching my mid-30s, I guess. So maybe I'm supposed to just dress how I dress or say what I say. But yeah, I just wondered if it felt different being in LA, but also being in the public eye, with having a lot of social media following, people, knowing who you are, if there's more pressure for that, for, staying up to date with what, Gen Z or even the younger generation are wearing or saying or doing, because I still love my skinny jeans. I still have a side part. So I feel very maybe like I am falling behind on the trends, but does it even matter?
It all comes back
age
around.
is just a construct. So
Truly.
I just kind of wanted to get y'all's take, if that even made sense as a question for y'all to chat about.
It definitely makes
100%.
sense.
Hang on 1 second. Okay, well, thank you for sending that in. It is interesting because I definitely think there is for sure a level of like pressure to follow the trends here in LA.
Yeah, definitely.
And I can't speak for Allison is very much in the public eye, social media wise. And it's funny. So
way more than me.
Both of us. Yeah. When we were talking, so we'll get to the fashion stuff in a second, but like just vernacular wise, it is funny how I notice like my group of friends, we tend to like jump onto those, but no one does it faster than Allison. You guys, last episode, remember I was like on her because she all of a sudden started saying cooked.
Cooked?
Yeah, exactly.
What's cooked?
So she was like, "Oh, you're gonna get cooked for that."
Oh, like you're gonna get like.
Yeah, I was like, "What is this?" It's so apparently that's
Gonna
now
get
coming
cooked.
up in the socials. So it's like Allison jumps on them quicker. But I want to say to
she's more connected in this.
She's very
ways.
tuned in.
Yeah.
I also still have skinny jeans. This has been a thing where I like I can't let them go because I know they're gonna come back around.
They're gonna come back.
And I just something about them. Like I was talking to Emily, our friend Emily.
Yeah.
She works in a school, so she's always seen what the fashion is. She's wearing like, the baggier, stylish jeans. But she made a good point. She's like, yeah, but something about skinny jeans and heels is still such a good look. And she's absolutely right.
100%.
Such a good look.
Like a night out, or even like with the high boot.
Yes.
You have to wear skinny jeans with a high boot.
Of course.
So they're always going to be in. They're still in.
Yeah, they are.
It's just whatever you're feeling. It's the vibe.
How do you
not
feel as a
wearing skinny
woman,
jeans, so.
as a mid-30s woman, like our friend here? Do you feel like you jump on trends or do you kind of stick to your style?
I feel like my social media is catered towards like whatever I look at and am interested in. So I get sucked into like whatever it's pushing at me because Honestly, I don't even think I recognize like fashion trends unless I'm seeing it constantly, like while I'm scrolling. And then I'm like, oh, this must be like the new thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe I'll try it out and see how it looks. And then if it looks good on me, then I keep it. Like I'm wearing like, I guess you could call them like the barrel, but they're not really, but they're really like, they're kind of like barrel pants.
Yeah.
And now that I'm wearing them a lot, when I put on skinny jeans, I'm like, oh, these are so tight.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
So for me, it just becomes more of like a personal preference. Like I don't care really what looks good. I'm just more like into comfort as I get older.
Yeah, I hear that,
and like
I hear
I'm
that.
getting lazier and lazier. And like I'm like sweaters, ooh, comfortable. So I feel like there's like you don't need to keep up with anything. It's whatever you're comfortable in.
Sure,
And
yeah.
what suits your body too. Everyone's body type is different. Some things just don't look good on certain body types.
Right.
And so you feel more comfortable in something else.
Yes.
But does that make sense?
That makes complete sense. I think I am. So I admittedly fall victim to whatever the fashion trends are.
You're very in the trends.
I
though. Like
am.
you're always wearing fun stuff.
The tricky thing with me, guys, is I have the arm span of like a fucking eagle. So like finding clothes that fit me lengthwise is always a challenge, which is why I'm super loving that for like the last 2 years, oversized box cut is the style, which is great for my frame. And like I have mentioned on the podcast before, but like I love a crop top. I be cropping all my shit. You know this.
Still, and
Crop they're
tops,
still in. I'm like, okay.
yeah, they're still in.
It's been 2 years and they're still. And now I'm starting to see people be like, you should crop your tees. So like, no, I've been cropping my tees.
You're like, it's been a thing.
I've been doing it. So I do think there's a level of like following what's trendy, but also like if the trend doesn't look good on me, I'm not going to do it. Like baggy pants on a 6'2" skinny guy just isn't the vibe, you guys. I have to have more of like a straight leg or boot cut.
Right.
Or skinny jean with boot. Last night I wore skinny jeans, but they were like ones that have rips all over them. So it gives it a different kind of vibe.
Always in. Even though they're like rips aren't in anymore, no rips.
And I think
rips
too, there's some,
it.
there are some staple items that are always going to be in like leather jackets.
Always.
My leather jacket has been the same for like 8 years and it's I still get compliments on it.
They just get better.
They just get better.
They get better.
But I hear what you're saying because obviously when you're seeing Gen Zers be like, wow, you have a side part? That's crazy. It's like, well, yeah, of course you're going to be like, is that wrong? It's not.
No, it's not wrong.
I'm changing my hairstyle literally all the time. You guys know this. A year ago, I had a perm. Okay?
I loved your perm.
It was fun for a month.
I thought it looked really good.
I just didn't. What I should not have done is simultaneously, I'm going to get a perm and I want to grow my hair out. No, you have to keep it short. And
you do.
And then I just started looking like Little Orphan Annie. I look back on my birthday photos from when we went to Topgolf and I was like, who let me out of the house with that hair?
That's awesome. But here's the thing though, like you rocked it.
Thank you. And that was me following a trend, you guys.
Yeah.
I was like, white boys are getting perms.
If it didn't work on you, we would have been like, oh, Alex, your hair is getting a little long. Like I would never let you look ridiculous. But because you have confidence in it and you're able to like work it, I don't know, it just works.
At my worst.
Can I pee really fast?
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. Pause, I gotta pee.
You guys, while Angela's peeing, I will also say that she was in... I apologize. That was loud. Yeah, so Angela's coming back from the bathroom, but I will also say, guys, she's also in the Wasting Time music video.
Oh my God, I am. I'm dancing.
We have a couple really cute moments, but yeah, I will post an anniversary post because that music video was like changed a lot for me. It was a very symbolic time in my life where my first song as an out man.
I know.
And I got to put all my friends in a video, which was always like a goal of mine.
It was so crazy because I didn't know many people then.
You didn't? No.
Like I didn't know Allison.
I feel like you met her. That was when you met her and Haley and...
Yeah, that was the first time. And I was like, who are these bitches?
Oh, and you guys know Jasmine. Kidding. Jasmine's been on the pod and I talk about her a lot. So Jasmine is also OG. Angela and her were friends before I even knew either of them.
Yeah, we went to college together. But then she introduced me to you.
Well, Megan did.
Okay, Megan did.
But it was like she was there too. It was her, Brittany, Megan, and you.
Yeah, the whole crew.
Whole crew, yeah. So, yeah, Wasting Time. I'm going to have to put that out.
That's crazy.
Okay, so we wrap things up. Allison likes to talk about the birthdays of whoever's birthday it is. And so today is Monday the 21st.
Oh my gosh, is it?
It'll be Monday the 21st when this comes out.
Oh, Monday the 20th. Okay,
20th, right? 18, 19, 20.
Prince.
It's President's Day and Inauguration Day.
20th, yeah.
So happy inauguration
Oh my
and President's Day. It's
wow,
a big
that's
day.
the day, huh?
Yes, and this day is Evan Peters' birthday is today.
Oh my gosh, Evan Peters.
Evan
I
Peters.
saw him at Mama Hong's in Burbank. Me and Sass went to go get Thai food there.
Yeah.
And he was there eating.
That's crazy. I saw Evan Peters at an Urban Outfitters with
In Burbank?
in Burbank.
He must live there.
He was there
Oh,
with
wait,
what's
we
his-
shouldn't tell people
Oh
that.
yeah. What was his girlfriend for a long time? Emma Roberts. He and Emma Roberts were at Urban Outfitters.
Oh
and I
my
was like,
God. That's
crazy.
crazy.
You know, they were doing American Horror Story together. So
He's-
Evan Peters,
he's
guess how old he
great.
turned? Is turning. Guess how old he turned today.
I don't know how old he is. 30?
Wow, that's very nice. 38.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, love it.
Skeet Ulrich. So he played Billy in the Scream movies.
Oh,
Or Scream
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Great villain.
Amazing.
He's turning 55. I don't know why I thought he was dead. Maybe because he died in the movie.
Well, if he's celebrating a birthday, he's not dead.
But no, Allison also puts dead people's birthdays if they were like famous.
Allison.
Like for instance, this one, Buzz Aldrin. He's definitely not alive, right?
I don't know.
Buzz
You're asking
Aldrin went to the
wrong
moon.
person.
I'm pretty sure he's dead because today would be his 95th birthday. I don't think you can go
Well,
to.
let's hope he's not watching your podcast.
Sorry, Buzz. And then Rainn Wilson
Oh,
from
Rain. Yeah, from
The
The
Office.
Office.
How old do you think he turned?
58.
59.
Wow.
Good job.
Wow.
So yeah, that's everyone's birthday. Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday.
Before we go, Angela and Sass, you guys know we talk about Sass also on the dodgeball team. Angela's boyfriend. Why was that hard? What is
her
it?
her
Boyfriend.
situationship. No, I'm just kidding.
So Sass and Ange were in a horror film. You guys shot that. When did you shoot that?
Ooh, like March, April of last year.
Was it really that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, that's not that long ago, considering the turnaround
That's true.
was so
for a movie,
quick.
for sure. Yeah.
Most movies are like 2 years.
And then you went
before
to
they come
the
out.
premiere was in October?
The premiere was in October.
That's right. And then,
Good memory.
well, it's also because we
Sheesh.
were in the like throes of dodgeball. 'cause you
Yeah,
guys,
we were.
I
And you were-
remember the timing of it all.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it's now going to be released in theaters. It's going to be here in in our area. We're going to go see it as a group.
It is.
So tell us about your experience. I'm so curious.
Sure.
Or can you give the premise of the film too? Like give us a little thing.
Yes, absolutely. So the film is called Round the Decay. Round the Decay. And I know my speech impediment.
Round the DK copy.
And it is a creature feature. It was filmed in New Hampshire, and it was filmed in, what is the name of the caves?
I was gonna say you guys were in a cave.
Yeah, we were in caves, like literal caves.
Was it spooky?
It was really scary. It was so dark.
So I
We
bet
had to
quiet. Was it
have-
also quiet as
We had
hell?
to use our phones. It was freezing cold.
Oh my God.
It was midwinter, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And we were in shorts and t-shirts. I mean, we
Right.
layered up
Yeah.
because we kind of convinced the director, like, can we wear warmer clothes because it's freezing?
Right.
So we filmed in a cave called Ruggles Mine.
Okay.
Ruggles Mine. Ruggles Mines? Mine. Yeah, that was right.
Okay.
And it's just like this really humongous cave in the middle of New Hampshire. And we did all the filming like right in the middle. And I'm not going to spoil the film for you, but there is a creature in it who is played by a really beautiful, tall model. Pretty much, which is wild.
What a
It's
juxtaposition.
the
Yeah.
opposite
Yeah.
of what the monster is. And I
Yeah.
can say that because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
promotes it. We know that she's the
Oh, got
monster.
it. Okay.
And the monster is called a Rexel,
Uh-huh.
and it's played by Rachel Pizzolatto. I play a hiker named Tara,
Okay.
and my boyfriend's actually in it with me, and he plays a hiker as well.
Is he your boyfriend in the film?
He's not my boyfriend in the film, but he is my love interest.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm interested in him.
Yeah.
And his name's Hot Trevor. That's what we call him.
Hot Trevor? Cute.
Hot Trevor. And we're hikers. We're a group of hikers, and it kind of mixes in with the main plot of the movie, which is a small town, and there's something going on in the town.
Oh, okay.
So while this is going on in the town, we're hiking, and then our stories intertwine.
Oh.
And it all has to do with the creature.
I'm so curious where
That's
the
the
title
name.
comes from.
So the title is from a poem that the
Okay.
director was a fan of. He read the poem, and it struck a chord with having to do with some plots of the movie.
Got it. Okay.
And "Round the Decay" is one of the lines in that poem.
Ah, okay.
It's kind of like I'm not going to compare it to Edgar Allan Poe, but it's like that kind of poem where it's, historically dark. Yeah. And so that's where he got the title.
Okay.
And it kind of ties into the movie. So you'll have to see the movie.
Yes.
And you'll see me.
I'm so excited. We're going to go. A group of us are going to go see it.
And I went to the premiere. It was so crazy to see myself in a theater for the first time. That was the first time I ever saw myself in the theater. So it was very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you and Sass, and I'm very excited to see this movie.
I know. I can't wait.
I love a horror film, too.
Yes. So the movie hits theaters January 30th in select theaters, and you can get your tickets from Dreamscape Productions on Instagram. They have a link.
Amazing.
And you can buy whatever theater is closest to you. Hopefully there is a theater close to you and you can go see it.
That's exciting. Amazing.
Yes.
Well, Angela, thank you so much for being on the pod today. You guys, if you want to follow Angela, I will link her stuff below, but she's on Instagram as Ann, A-N-N-G, Palermo.
Yes.
Palermo.
Yep.
And she's also so fucking hilarious. So she's a funny one to follow. And
thank you.
I have a lot of dreams for Angela because she does some incredible character work, especially when like filters were a new thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's Millie, and she's one of my favorites. But yeah, be sure to follow Angela.
Yes.
And
follow me. I'll follow you back. Maybe.
Follow for follow. F for F.
F for
hashtag.
F. That's right.
And definitely we'll have you back, especially.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This was so much fun.
Your first pod.
My first podcast. It was a little nerve-wracking. I hope
you did great. You did great.
I hope.
And Prince finally calmed down now that we've finished.
Yeah, he's falling asleep finally.
Yeah.
If he could only have been like that from the beginning. He had to poo.
Yeah, that's
so
what it was.
We had to take a little break. Yeah. And this was so much fun.
Thank you for being here. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next time, and Allie will be back. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye, everybody.